Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the Arca Menards Series here at USA on the actual regular oval instead of the dirt oval that I've been on a lot lately. But we're car number 1 here out of 19. Kind of disappointed we're car number 1. I hate being the highest car number in the lobby, because that just means I have an easy way to lose a ton of iRating, which is not great. But I like USA a lot, so this should go fine, I would think. I changed my steering ratio here to 12:1 and then moved the brake bias to 68.5, which is like just one click up. But that's all just personal preference, whatever you like. Try not to go too hard into these corners to slide up or get sideways going in. Try to straighten out my wheel coming off the corners before I start nailing the gas all the way so I don't spin out. And you don't want to get below that yellow line because it is flat under there and it will just spin you out immediately. We're at a 487. That's not great. I know I can get down to the 3s, but that's about it. Some of the fast guys are getting down to like the 1s though, so definitely got some work to do here. Got a little sideways off 4. I was just trying to keep my speed up, see if it got any quicker. 311. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's the fastest I've ran so far. But I know there's one guy in this race. I think he was number 8 or so. I think it was another Larry actually, which is funny. It was, yeah, Larry Yawn. In my last practice, he ran a 1. So I wouldn't be surprised if he runs like in the 2s or the 1s and gets the pole. But I'm happy our second lap was pretty quick. And we're just moving on to the race, so we still got like 3 minutes left. Not everybody's going to qualify, so I'm going to pick it up when we're about to get ready to go green. Alright, qualifying's over. We only fell back to 4th. Nobody actually ran all the way up into the 1s, which is interesting to me. It might have been like that because my last practice was more in the nighttime. I don't know. I can't quite remember exactly like the timing of the day in my practice. It might have just been ran off more to where it's actually nighttime. Because this race starts out in like the sunset and then goes dark, which is really nice. I love that they added that a long time ago. I remember when it used to just be like one straight time the entire race. But that makes like the 24-hour race actually like day-night cycle, which is really cool. Because I've ran the 24 hours with some friends one time, and it was straight night the entire time. Even though I ran at like midnight to 4 a.m., it was night anyway, so it made sense for me. But this should be interesting. Starting out in 4th. It's going to be tough starting on the high side, because this track's definitely bottom dominated. So we got to try to get down as quick as possible. Hopefully we can get a good restart and somebody's sleeping behind us. 60 straight laps, no cautions. It's going to be hectic for sure. Just got to be patient here. Short track racing. Be patient. It's a lot of give and take so you don't get wrecked. Especially with no cautions. So hopefully we can do pretty well here. I'm happy we're starting somewhat up front. I wanted to get a good qualifying. Always in the Arca series, it's really good getting a nice qualifying. So you don't get stuck in the middle of the pack where there's a bunch of wrecking. Because I imagine there's going to be a good amount of wrecking here. People are not patient at a short track at all.
Mic check.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really like this track. This is one of my more liked tracks on the oval side. I've always been pretty decent here. I actually got my first ever iRacing win at this track in the modifieds when I was a D class. That was really fun. Like, that was an open setup series, but I was like so new, I had no clue what to do with the setup. I still pretty much have no clue what to do with the setup, but I was such a low iRating, nobody was really using setups then, and I started 8th, and I was actually passing people on the outside. It was just like, those things gripped at this track, and they were a lot of fun. The modifieds were a lot of fun to me. I liked them a lot. I just wish they had like a fixed series of them. Because I would definitely run the modifieds more if they had a fixed series. I don't have time to try to make a setup, and then the people I'm racing with, because I have like 30, what is my iRating on here, on oval? I think like 3,300? That's why I'm surprised I'm car number 1, but a lot of the guys I'll race against, they'll definitely have setups, so you don't have a setup, you're going to finish pretty much last in those kind of series. But hopefully we can get a good start here. You just got to watch that 4 car when he takes off. Try not to spin the tires on the banking here. Shouldn't be too bad. If we can get a top 5 out of this, I'd be pretty happy. That 13 was sleeping. That's pretty good for us. 10 stayed high, which I don't know why. 13's diving in the corners a lot more than me, and he's getting wrecked. That's why I'm happy I started somewhat up front. They're already beating and banging. The 10's loose. You can easily do that at this track on new tires, so... Oh, God. Just gotta take it easy. You don't gotta push it that hard in the beginning. You gotta wait for these tires to warm up some. Well, let's see if we can run down.
On lap 1.
Not wrong. I'm happy that wasn't us. I thought it was going to be with the way the 13 was diving the corner. But let's see if we can try to chase down this leader now. That 10 car lost it all by himself. I don't know what he did. He like went in too hard, and he either tried to like cut it down in the middle of the corner and gas it, or he just like hit the brakes too hard and it was getting sideways on him going in. That's an easy thing to do too. If you brake it too hard and lock up the brakes, you're gonna probably get a little sideways going in these corners. You just gotta be nice and smooth, roll the corner. Don't kill your tires early on to where you're like losing it the whole race. This guy in first is starting to pull away some though. He might be more aggressive than I am on new tires, which is fine. So far in the Arca Series, this season, we have done pretty well. We finished second last week. Where was that at? I completely forgot where it was at, to be honest. It was a 1.5 mile track. It might have been Atlanta. I think it might have been Atlanta. But we finished second there. We're running second right now. We'll see if we could finish that. But this is a long race, 60 laps with no cautions. Definitely lap traffic is going to come into play at a short track like this. It'll be a little bit unless there's some more wrecks. I'm hooking the bottom pretty well, I feel like. I'm kind of seeing the 9 behind me. He's going in like higher. He's not quite hooking the bottom. I'm not sure if he's getting like a good run off the corners compared to me or not. Hard to tell. He might be burning up his front right trying to turn more down the corner in the middle. That could be possible. Went a little high into that corner. Trying not to overdrive it, because you could go straight up the track and you'll lose a ton of time in your one corner. That would be very bad. Yeah, the 9's a little quicker than me. Maybe like half a 10th lap right now. It might be because of his turning down in the middle of the corner. He might be getting a better run off the corner than me. Which, if you're gonna pass, that's where you gotta be faster, is off the corner. Unless you're gonna dive bomb somebody and punt them out of the way, but that's not any way to race. Try to ride right along that yellow line without clipping your tires on it. First place is pulled out to a couple more tenths of a lead. But like I said, this is one of my favorite oval tracks. I don't know why. Maybe because I got my first win on it, but I like this track on oval and dirt oval, regardless. It's just a lot of fun to me. It's like a bigger Martinsville with banking. It's like not as long of straightaways, but it's got some banking to it, so you can keep your speed up more. We're already 14 laps into it. These laps go by pretty quick. It's all about how you save your tires, though. Which, I don't know how much you really save tires here at a short track. You can definitely burn them up, though, since there's some banking, for sure. The 9 was catching me for a couple laps there. I don't know if I just started running better or he started running worse. Not paying attention to lap times. But if you pay attention to your lap times, you're going to either try to push harder or push less because you're burning up your tires. You might be running harder and running slower. Sometimes you just need to be smooth and steady and you'll be quicker. That's why I don't have my spotter or crew chief telling me lap times and stuff, because I'll remember my lap time from the lap before. I'm like, well, what did I do wrong? And then try to do something different. As long as you just stay consistent and steady, you can do pretty well. Surprised the 8's go so far back, as he was really fast in my practice before this race. Maybe he's good at saving his tires or something, I don't know. Maybe he has some damage from that first lap caution. Not caution, but like the first lap wreck. The guy's behind me. The 9 like catches me for a couple laps and then he falls off for a couple laps. It's really weird. And the first place car is just slowly pulling away 10th by 10th. But no, I was at like 1 or 1.2 behind him when I got in second. Now he's up to 1.9. He's just running a real solid race. That felt like a very good corner. I felt like I didn't really brake that much and I was able just to stay right along the bottom. Sometimes it's better to back up your corner earlier and you can get like a good turn in and everything. And you can roll the corner more. And you can get a good exit if you back it up enough, like I did there. Yeah, it's important to roll the corner here, but you gotta know to get on the gas at the right time too. Or you're just like losing time coming off the corner. Trying something different where I'm like trying to get a better run off the corner right now. Seems to be working. Try not to get on the gas too early to where I'm sideways coming off the corner, because that will kill your back tires and then you'll continue to be sideways. That wouldn't be any good. Slowly pulling away from third place there doing this. Because he definitely goes in the corner a lot harder than I do. Definitely do not smack the wall with your right front. That would be very bad. That would definitely hurt your turn-in on the corners and probably turning off, just your turning in general. Sure is. Don't come back up. Thank you. Yeah, he's really trying to get a good run down these straightaways, doing his like little diamond effect thing, but he's going in high, which is weird to me. Usually if you're diamonding, you go in low, go up a little bit, and you come off low. Got a lap car here. We got to try to get around him at the right time. Well, there's a guy dive bombing me. That's the worst timing to catch a lap car, man. Because I'm just trying not to run into the back of the lap car. The 9 tries to take advantage of it, which is smart by him. It's just sketchy. But it's an easy place to wreck if the lap car is not knowing that we're going through wide. The 9 car's definitely been fast, but it's just weird to me, the way he's running. He goes in high and then tries to come off low. It's just really odd. He does good on it some laps and then doesn't do good on it some laps. It all depends on how he turns down the track, I guess. I want to see if I can try to get this spot back, though. Because he goes in high. I can definitely get under him if he messes up. Got 4th place not too far behind us. He's been slowly catching us, it seems like.
They took cut across the nose, bud.
I don't like all that smoke up here. My car's starting to get a little tight, it feels like. Either that or I'm driving it a little harder than I was before. Just because there's a guy in front of me now. Because I do drive different when there's a guy behind or in front of me. Because I'm better at following, I feel like, for the most part, in like any series. Okay, he wrecked. That was a lap car. Had a good corner on him there. I overdrove that corner. I missed. I don't really have a braking point. I just tried to brake earlier than that when I hit the rev limiter. I can kind of use his tactic against him when I let off earlier. I get a better run in the corner. That was a bad corner. I wasn't able to get on the gas early enough. I felt like I was getting tight. I might be pushing the beginning of the corner too much. I overdrew that one for sure. I don't know why. I overdrive turn 1 a lot easier than turn 3. Oh, I know why. I don't really have a braking point necessarily.
Got one inside.
Then I scraped the wall in the backstretch because I was thinking about what I was saying. The high side definitely does not have the grip, but you do get momentum off the high side.
Clear low, clear low.
Me scraping that wall killed me on that lap. That was dumb by me. Not trying to get in the back of you. You take that corner really slow. Staying on his bumper might make him overdrive it. You never know. Some people freak out when you're on their bumper. Another lap car ahead. Lap cars aren't affecting us as much as I thought it would. Because we've only really ran in the 1. And that's when the 9 got by me. It is hard to pass here if somebody doesn't mess up. If that lap car wouldn't have been there, I don't think the 9 would have ended up getting under me. Yeah, my car's definitely really tight right now. I might have overdrove my front right a little bit. Maybe I need to try that like weird diamond thing where you're going in high and coming off low. Well, I came in high, stayed high the whole time. It didn't slow down enough. Oh, I'm an idiot. Ooh, don't hit that apron. I thought I was gonna get below that apron. Scared me. Still got 20 laps left, long way to go. See, if I could run that corner every time, I felt very good there. Now we got 20 more laps, okay. Definitely a long race. You definitely got to not mess up for a long period of time here. Because usually these ARCA races are like 30 laps or so, like a mile and a half. But 60 laps at a short track, definitely a lot more chances to mess up here. Yeah, my car is definitely tighter than it was before. Oh, that's not a good spot to wreck. Okay, he went up the track. Good job holding your brake. If he would not have held his brake, second place probably would have ran into him, and then it would have been a mess after that. That's the right way to be a lap car when you get wrecked. Or just be a wrecked car when you get wrecked. Hold your brake. Larry's definitely catching me from behind a couple tenths at a time. He was the fastest in my last practice. I assumed he would have been up front, but he's been like low-key in the race, which I was surprised about. He might have gotten damaged in that first lap wreck. I'm real interested to see what other people's tires are. I don't know if they're going to talk about it after the race or not. But I want to see what my tires are. I forget a lot of times to look at what my tire percentage was. Because I like to show everyone, because then you can kind of do a practice run of 60 laps and you can see if you burn up your tires more than I do or not. And you can also see like my lap times. I'm not paying attention to my lap times, but if you guys like pay attention to them, you can jot them down and then see what you're running compared to that at that time. And then also your tire pressure at the end. You guys might be better at saving tires and everything than I am. He gone. He either wrecked or got wrecked into that one turn and then he spun on the straightaway, like really late in the straightaway. He might have gotten loose coming off of 4 and just tried to save it and wasn't saving it. I know these times are a lot slower than we were in qualifying. The tires do wear out quite a bit. Larry's coming though. I haven't really lost too much ground to the 7 car here. Once I started running a better line. But the Larry in the 8 car, he's catching me. I'm just happy we haven't gotten caught up in any sort of caution or wreck. That's the good thing. Thought we were going to in the beginning. Thought I was going to get hit by the 13 from behind, but luckily we didn't. Definitely rolling these corners better than I was like 5 laps ago. Just trying to back up the corner to make it easier and have a better exit. Because when I was right on the 9 or the 7, I was messing up more. I was trying to push them harder, and the same time I was pushing myself harder, and it was just making it harder for me to drive. Seven had a bad corner there. Oh, Larry about lost it behind us. I saw him go straight down the track. He might have hit the apron or just had too much gas coming off the corner. Because the back tires definitely will get worn out too. He's got a lot of ground to make up now. He has to catch me over a 10th a lap and pass me. I hope the 7 messes up again. That would be great, but also that would probably catch him up faster behind us. Turn 1's definitely worse to me than turn 3 and 4. I like 3 and 4 so much more because I actually have a braking zone. I use this opening, like the middle of that opening, to actually start braking. Front stretch, there's no real indicator. You just kind of have to do it by feel. I kind of go off the rev limiter, but I don't hit the rev limiter, so it's mostly just feel and repetition, trying to hit your marks there. But that first place guy, he got the pole, never looked back. Because people started wrecking behind him. He had like a second lead on me, and then just never lost any time. He just kept gaining time on everyone. He was fast. Seven's trying real hard. You see him getting sideways off these corners? He's getting real sideways. We got 2 lap cars ahead of us. Oh, and the lap car coming out on the bottom. Gonna try to get by that before the corner. These lap cars are gonna pose a problem though, being side by side like that.
Outside. That car is a lap down. You're clear high. Clear high.
Yeah, this is the only lap car really caught in the bad spot. It's like earlier too. It was a 6 car, I believe, both times.
All clear, all clear.
He didn't really slow us down that much though, there at least. I was able to get straight up off the corner pretty easily.
Right, man, here we go.
2 laps to go. Gotta watch for the dive bomb behind us, watch for the 7 to mess up at all. Because Larry's been a little quicker than us every lap. Don't mess up ourselves. We got a good gap behind us for him at least, that's great. I don't know how people type when they're driving. I have to look at the damn keyboard to type. Alright, and it looks like we're gonna end up coming home 4th, which I'm pretty happy with. Oh, 2nd place, about lost it there. That was a good race. I'm happy with that. Started 4th, got up to 2nd because of people wrecking. Well, really only the 10 wrecked, and we got by him.
Great job, driver.
And then we caught the 13 sleeping on the restart, which was good. And then they all wrecked behind us, basically.
I was a rookie there the last few laps, but
Huh.
it's not me.
But we had a solid race. I want to go back and see what happened to the 13 there in the very beginning. Actually, I thought the 4 would have ran away more with it, but he was only like 4.9 ahead of us, which I'm kind of surprised about. Alright, we had a pretty good start. I want to see the 13. I think he just got ran over by the 2 or something. I don't know, because he was diving in the corners a lot harder than me. I thought I was going to get hit from behind from him. Because, like, he would, like, brake the same time as me. Yeah, it was right there. He braked the same time as me, but then he'd gas it just going in. Like, from right here, he was braking, and then he'd gas it real quick. And then he had to brake to not hit me. And then the 2 just hit him in the back right. And then, how many people did it collect? Oh, not really anyone. Okay. So that's good, at least. I'm happy it didn't collect really anyone there. And then the 10 just lost it in this corner. What happened to him, though? Did he just, like, get in and it was braking loose? I think, yeah, he just went in the corner too hard and it was like braking, he got a little loose. That sucks a lot. And then, did he get hit by anybody else? No, he stayed in the gas to stay on the wall, but that's a strat, I guess. Then he backed up that way, okay. That's not the right way to turn around. Did he, I know he ended up leaving. Oh, he just did like another spin around. He tried to go and he just did another 360. Oh, that was funny. But, hell, I'm happy we ran pretty well. Started 4th, went up to 2nd, fell back to 4th. So, happy with how we finished. Probably going to gain the slightest bit of iRating since we finished 4th out of 19. But we were car number 1, so we're not going to gain much. Probably like 15 or less. So, let's go see what we ended up getting out of that. Alright, results are in. Strength of field 2200. It's actually a pretty good strength of field for me being car number 1. Was it the top split? It was. So there just wasn't very high iRatings that actually joined the race. We actually gained 31 there. Wow. I thought we'd gain like 15 or less. That's very surprising to me. I guess because the strength of field was better than I expected, maybe. Because what was the lowest? 1500, like 1570. So that's not too bad, really. I thought it was going to be lower, but happy we gained 31 iRating now that didn't have any incidents, gained some more safety. Not that worried about safety because it'll go up and down a lot in oval, more than dirt. But it is what it is. I'm happy we gained some iRating, slowly getting back up towards 3,500. Hopefully we can get there pretty soon, but we're only doing like one ARCA race a week, so it's going to be tough to get back up to 3,500 quickly, but it was a good race. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race, and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see some more races. I appreciate you guys for watching up to this point all the time. I never thank you guys enough. I'm just doing this for fun, and hopefully you guys get some learning points, or you get better from just watching me and taking some advice that I use. And what was the fastest time? I had a 379. Up here they had the 4s. A 286. Wow. Interesting. So I was actually pretty quick in the beginning, it seemed like, but oh well. But like, comment, subscribe once again if you want to see some more races, and I'll catch you guys in the next race.